Hello Arnis class, good to see you guys. We're going to start with some knife disarms today for my intermediate group, and then we're going to get into some self-defense techniques as well. So what I encourage you to do, if you don't have any training knives at home, some wooden knives, find an object that you can use in the house. It could be like a newspaper rolled up or a magazine or something that would work really well. We found a little dog bone. Just make sure it's something safe that won't hurt you or your partner that you're going to practice with. And please don't use a real knife. That's not a great way to practice knife disarms. So, have my partner here. Here's your knife there. Thank you. And first one is just going to be a stab to the stomach. So let them get a one for free just to get used to that. Okay. The next one you're going to move offline with your left foot. So I move it again. My left foot moves offline and my right hand parries. Again, I parry. Then my left hand is going to capture on the inside of their wrist. So it's really important to get good at that movement every time you move your feet off the line. And I'm not coming across the weapon to bring my hands ready. I'm coming up and over the weapon. Okay, so it comes in. I want to get used to not going in front of the weapon, try to get off the line. Okay, so that's first. Now, the common reaction is they're going to want to pull their arm back. So as they pull their arm back, you bring it into the center of your chest. So my left hand is here, my right forearm and wrist is on the back of her knuckles, and there's some pain there. If I were to apply more pressure, I could throw, or if I want to disarm, I just slide down and I could stab with the dog bone, or hook to do a throw or strike with my knees. So we do it again, 1, and again 2, and on the third one, take the disarm here. Now, I did switch my feet. If you can't see, my right foot is forward now, and then I have my disarm. And I can still take down the throw if I want to. So I'll do that one last time. This is number 5, knife disarm. 1, 2, 3, take it to the inside. Elbows are in, my body weight's centered, so if I want to take down, I can easily. They do have another hand sitting there, so I don't want to stay here long. The next one is number 6 thrust, or a round poke to the chest, like that, okay? Now, it would be harder if she's attacking me to go this way, obviously, so I want to move to the inside and slide down the wrist and forearm. So just get good at that first. Right hand's moving, right foot's moving, and then my left arm comes from underneath to capture. So if you notice in all of these, we're trying to capture all the way around the wrist, because if I just get this side, she'll turn it and I get cut, right? And if I just get this side, well, she can turn that and cut me either way, right? So it's bad news. So I want to try to capture the whole wrist and be inside the range of the weapon. Then I clamp this tight and I pull here. And I want to keep my elbow down, because if I loosen this up, she'll just slide that knife out of there and slice me. So I have to be tight with that. So up, her wrist is locked into my elbow, pull that in, there's a little pain there, right? And I slide down to the elbow and drop my weight. Okay, so I can take them down, break their elbow. If I want to disarm, I keep my elbow on the elbow, I knife hand to the knuckles, and then I just peel that weapon out. And it can be here, here, and we have our throw wherever we want to go. So one more time, we'll take it on the third one. So 1, 2, the dogs enjoy this, I think they're looking for their bone. 3, lock, and cut. Okay, the last one is our number 7. So it's a reverse poke that way to the chest. And again, I can't move to the right this time, so I want to move this way. So my left hand is blocking this time. And I want to use the back of my wrist so I don't get cut. And if I do, it's on the back, not the inside. Now, once I'm here, I circle, then my right hand is going to take that 360 approach, right? So I want to block and bring it down. Now I have that same position we were just in, like this one, but now I'm over here. And I want to keep my elbows in, I push, and there's my automatic cut with the dog bone. So again, block, scoop. So my thumb is on top of the wrist, and my fingers go underneath to create that leverage. I push and pull, and there's my cut. So we'll take it on 3 this time. So 1, 2, we'll rattle on the bone, 3, circle, cut, and push. Okay? Now the cool thing about all of these disarms is you can do any of them from anywhere. So if I get a 5, here, I can also go to that number 6 that we did, right? Or I can also go to the number 7, right? Or if I get a 6, I can do the 6, or I can pass it down and I'm into the 5, right? Or I get the 6, and it's a little harder to get to, but if I swing it around, I can get to that 7 as well. And then obviously on the 7, I got the 7, but then I can get to the 6, I can slide into it, or I can block. It's a little bit trickier, but I can get to that number 5 as well. So they're really interchangeable, but we teach them in that order first so you can get used to a pattern, and makes it easier. Okay, so we're gonna take that knife away. There you go. You worked hard for this. We'll let you guys decide. Okay, so Dolly always takes it from her sister. So now the next thing we're gonna do is double wrist grab like this, and I'm gonna bring my elbow into my center, which also loosens her grip, and I want my fingers to wrap around the thumb. This is some of the brown belt self-defense, so if you're a green black belt, you'll need this one day. Then you peel your hand out and you put your knife hand right where your thumb is at on the back of that knuckle, and then that's your takedown. Okay, if you want to take down your partner at home, that's fine. Just make sure they know how to fall. Okay, so one more time, grab, move to the inside, and down we would go. Okay, now I always got 2 hands, so up, wrap, you can see that position of the thumb better. Knife hand goes there, and I want to drop my weight. And if they were to fall as they hit the floor, I would immediately push the face and chin away to pin into the floor, and then we can lock from there. So last time, up and down. Now we're going to get to that same, that's called a palm press wrist lock, by the way, if you didn't know. The same thing from the choke. So their hands are on you. If you can reach up and get a grip here, you can peel that hand off and you get to the same technique. Okay, the hard part is just getting your hand all the way around. So you want to slide, bring your elbow up high, and turn and lock. So you see this movement in a lot of katas as well. So that could be doing that technique. And then of course there's the other hand, reach up and grab that thumb, and down we go. And again, we can always push the chin as we would be on the ground. Okay, so thank you, appreciate it. And practice those at home. If you have a partner, that's great. If not, go through it without the partner, because it'll definitely be even easier when there is a partner. So great job. Thanks to our co-hosts, Dolly, Roxy, and Lindsay, of course. Thank you again. You're awesome. Class dismissed.